Hi, I'm Anthony Bryan, Product Evangelist with JSCAPE. In this video we're going to talk about failover servers. A failover server is one that has been synchronized with the production server, so it has all the same settings, and in the event the production server goes down, it can take over immediately, resulting in no loss of service. To configure the failover server in JSCAPE MFT Server Manager, you go to File, Settings, and then Failover. You can see we have another JSCAPE MFT server on our network at that address, and you'll also want to put in the password. You can enable automatic failover server synchronization by clicking that checkbox, or you can manually synchronize by clicking the synchronize button. If it's automatic, there's a constant connection between the two servers. In manual is intermittent. When you're clicking synchronize, you're manually synchronizing. There's also the Start Domain Services After Synchronization button, which, depending on your conditions, you may wish to enable. Now, as you can see, that's all relatively simple, but there are a couple of considerations for failovers. One is that user directories and data are not copied during failover synchronization. This process should be managed by your storage area network or via manual synchronization. Another consideration is that with failover mode enabled, an active connection is maintained between the primary server and the administrative service of the failover server. This connection ensures that whenever configuration changes are made to the primary server, they are automatically synchronized to the failover server. In order to see the changes on the failover server, you may need to refresh the JSCAPE MFT Server Manager connection. This can be done by selecting File and Reconnect from the menu. Lastly, upon synchronization of data from the primary server to the failover server, the domain and web services on the failover server are not automatically started, unless Start Domain Services After Synchronization is checked. This is by design. The reasoning behind this is that in the event you are using database logs, you may not want duplicate log information to be sent from failover server to database log whenever the server configuration is updated. Therefore, when switching to the failover server, you will need to first enable any web services in File Settings Web section of JSCAPE MFT Server Manager and start the domain. Also, keep in mind that failover synchronization is an important event, and you might want to create a trigger for it with the condition success variable equals true. And then you could have one or more actions, such as send an email to alert you. In this video, we talked about failover servers and some of the things you might want to consider when setting them up. For more information on JSCAPE MFT Server, please visit jscape.com.